Good morning, I'm Ms. Deline, and today's oracle card is Vision Quest, Seeking and Finding. The attributes of this card are looking for answers, finding solutions, asking and being willing to receive, envisioning the future, discovering your purpose. The challenges are surrendering or giving over to great mystery, becoming willing to see the truth, learning how to use solutions, knowing that you are part of the divine plan, asking for guidance, and using vision for a life map. If you've chosen the Vision Quest card, you're being put on notice to open your eyes and really see. See what? The world around you, the oceans, the mountains, the life force in every living thing. See that everything and every person is your teacher. If you've been denying the potential you carry, see that. If you've been denying the beauty of life, see that. If you've been denying the precious gift of life, see that. If you've been denying, in each instance, we're asked to seek solutions to what we are ignoring, denying, or refusing to acknowledge. From the viewpoint of awakening your senses, you may now feel free to look at other things below the surface of your perceptions. Is it time for you to rattle the cage of self-inflicted limitations and shake up your life a bit? Has boredom gotten the best of you? Are you ready for some excitement that could very well mean the birth of a new you? If so, look at what would give your heart the greatest joy in life. Acknowledge that desire as a goal that you can accomplish. Then begin your individual at-home vision quest by asking Great Mystery for a signpost or roadmap to assist you in finding your way on the sacred path. This can be done anywhere, even in a city apartment. Just use your imagination in order to surrender to the free flow of the wind. Anoint your body with the tides of the oceans, curl your toes in the Earth Mother soil, and fire up your passion for living a life that supports you. Then be willing to receive the messages or visions that Great Mystery sends your way. All avenues are open to those seeking a vision or a new direction who approach Great Mystery with a need, an open heart and mind, and a willingness to experience the love available from all relations. If you've drawn this card, you're being asked to decide which area of your life needs clear vision. It may be that you need a new direction or a new conviction. Drawing this card may be a sign that change is coming, but the change needs solidity or structure. The structure needed may be given to you in a dream, a vision, or a life-changing experience. Whatever the future holds for you is about to appear in some form. Tests of character and initiations are not needed to prove our worthiness to others. Initiations are experienced in order to allow us to discover our true selves. Many personal talents, strengths, and gifts are rarely used by humans except in times of crisis. The Vision Quest card says that now is the time to find the potential of your true self in order to understand your place in the divine plan. In all instances, the Vision Quest card marks a time of seeking answers and gives the assurance that what is needed can and will be found. These visions, solutions, answers, or life maps may not appear as you expect them to, but you will be given an answer. The key is to observe everything and to make sense of the messages. The truth will feel right. You must actively seek and be willing to face truth with courage and joy in order to find it. So the Vision Quest is a powerful Native American experience, and this is like we're being given the information that we can do this on a smaller level. We don't have to go out into the wilderness with no food or water and stay for a few days in order to get a vision quest or to get an answer to our needs. We can do it, as it says, right in an apartment in the middle of the city. What it takes is opening yourself. It takes opening yourself to receiving the answers, and to sometimes you need to, for me, make sense of the answers, and that is the way we do that. Is it says you're being put on notice to open your eyes and really see. And from the new viewpoint of awakening your senses, you may now feel free to look at other things below the surface of your perceptions. So this reminds me of the teaching that I got from a friend of mine. She called it becoming conscious. So we go through our lives and we just do the things, right? We go to work, we raise our kids, we clean house, we just do the things by rote, that this is our life. And, some of us do have adventures too, some of us don't. And we just kind of get stuck in that rut, and we're unconscious. And I'll give you an example of a truly unconscious person that I met. This woman asked me if I would do her wedding. And she was a stranger. She found me through a friend of a friend. I didn't know her at all. And so I always interview people and spend a little bit of time with them, trying to get to know them a little bit. And I write a custom ceremony for people. So I'm sitting there talking to this couple, and she tells me that this is her 6th marriage. And I just thought, her 6th marriage, wow, right? What came to me was there's some lesson there that she's not getting, right? I talked to another woman who also told me, this was years ago, that she'd been married 6 times, every time to an alcoholic. That's an unconscious person. To keep repeating the same thing over and over and over, you have to be unconscious to do that. I can't think of any other way to do that, right? To not get the lesson and move to the next lesson. So, like, for instance, for me, I married 3 different men, and I got lessons from each one of them. They were each completely different than the other one. And so I consciously didn't want to repeat any cycles. I have, earlier in my life, found myself repeating cycles, right? Like thinking, I don't want to live like this, whatever this was at the time, right? And then a year later thinking, I don't want to live like this. And then realizing I was caught in a loop, right? And once I became conscious of that loop, I was able to step outside of it and to move forward. So it's becoming conscious, seeing what's really there, not just what you're conditioned to see, right? How many people do you know that are in jobs that they hate, but they think they have to do that? They just accept it and they just keep going, being a drone, working to support their family. When over here, there might be someone who really wants them to come work for them, or over here there might be some job opening that would just be wonderful for them, but they're only looking this way. They have blinders on. They don't see this opportunity or this opportunity. They don't even see opportunity because they're unconsciously living their life. So this is about becoming conscious. It's about also seeing each message or signal or person as a teacher. So when I first was going on a spiritual path really strongly, I got into the Native American way. Just, I was raised on a reservation, so it was natural for me, and to see animals as messengers, right? And I learned so much from that. And then to see people will just come into your life And it's not always a good thing. I'm not saying this is a good lesson, right? Or not, they're all good lessons, but an easy lesson. So someone might come into your life who is just there to teach you how not to be, or to show you what you don't want. Okay? There's so many teachers. My daughter, when she was a little girl, was one of my greatest teachers. You know, some of the things that she would come up with. And then when you open yourself up, when you have a need and you're seeking, that you need that, you know, a vision, and you're seeking, it's just about paying attention, right? Paying attention, because the answers can come from anywhere, and they might not be what you expect. I had a sea turtle come when I was in Hawaii and give me a message, right? I one time stood on the side of a mountain looking at the full moon and got a message. I have heard like voices come to me, like inner voices in my head, you know, giving me guidance. But I try to remind myself all the time to stay conscious. So that's what it's about. Vision Quest, seeking and finding, because you will find when you seek. It's a matter of not putting limitations. I guess that's it too. Not putting limitations. Like I know people who they want something to happen, but they set up these exact parameters around it. Like they want to find a man, but he has to be, you know, A, B, C, and D. And then there's a man over here that, yeah, he's A, B, C, and D, but he's also F, G, and on. You know, he's like even better than what they are limiting themselves to, but because of that limitation, they're not open to something different than that. So be open when you seek answers. Be open to the answers. They may not come in the way that you expect, and that's okay. Blessings to you.